It's the Geek Nation podcast with your hosts, Gabe, Rocky, and Dopest Geek. Ladies and gentlemen, the Geek Nation podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Geek Nation podcast. I'm Dopest Geek.
What's going on? It's Arkham Gabe here.
What's good with it? He's Rocky Graham.
And this is the Geek Nation podcast. And we got a lot to talk about. I'm not even going to lie. This episode about to be long as hell. So I hopefully, y'all going to your, y'all listen to this on a road trip, on the way to work, early in the morning. So grab a cup of coffee, grab a beer, get you your favorite cereal. And tune in because, man, we got popcorn. We got so much to discuss. So like on the list, we got Ryan Gosling is Ghost Rider. Doctor Strange is he in Doomsday or not? Captain America, that whole thing. We got the Super Bowl coming up, and also last but not least, we're going to be talking about the first 2 episodes of Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. Before we get into everything, how's you guys' week?
Man, it's been going good, man. Just staying busy, trying to keep up with all the news out there. I mean, because there's a lot. But how you been, Rocky?
I've been good. I'm finally done with all my dentist appointments. I know that's been like hectic in terms of doing this podcast, so I'm good to go. But other than
Nice.
that, it's like you said, just trying to keep up with everything in the world of Marvel.
That's what's up. And my week is pretty solid too. Yeah, no, I mean nothing crazy happened this week that I could think of.
So what'd y'all buy this week? What are some big buys y'all
And
had?
actually save money this week, so I got nothing.
Okay, I didn't either. But hopefully one of y'all
Yeah, no.
Rocky, what
Uh-oh.
you thinking about? You
Yeah, he's looking
looking for
around.
something right now.
I didn't buy
Did you get in? You didn't buy Venice. I thought you was about to show us something. Okay.
No,
Sounds like a saving up type of week.
I feel like I did. I just can't remember.
Well, I feel like I did too. I don't know why. I feel like maybe because I put together so I don't know if y'all can see. I made a Fantastic Four shelf
Oh,
right
that's
here.
awesome.
So
Oh, I
right
see, I
now
see.
I'm in the
So how
middle
about
of
what's the highlight? What's the highlight of the weekend? Let's do that since
one
we
of one of
don't
my
have
one
nothing.
of my videos went viral. So I did a Marvel versus Capcom, and it's like at shit. Let me see. Is it like at buku views? Let me see if I can find it real quick. But I put together like this Marvel versus Capcom shelf. Like y'all saw at the last episode that I finally got. Like it's not the last Street Fighter figure I'm gonna get, but it's gonna be the last one for a minute.
Yeah.
But this. Oh yeah, dude, this thing is at 52.8K in on Instagram. So if you guys haven't followed me already, is at Dopest Geek at Instagram on Instagram. So cool
Nice.
stuff.
My
Yeah, we saw
highlight.
that. That was badass, dude.
Oh yeah, and 52 point something K views. That's pretty impressive for Instagram. I know you can get that easy on TikTok, but on Reels, that's the beauty of like IG. If a lot of those people follow you on there, they're gonna show up every time. I feel like more so than TikTok. So if you can keep that momentum going,
Yeah.
boy,
Oh yeah.
you're gonna be on it before you know it.
Hey, while we're on the topic, which Marvel versus Capcom game did y'all like the most?
The second one,
2.
Two?
Yeah, finna say definitely 2. 2.
too.
I don't know what the hell they was doing. Actually, and I'll say that at a very close second, 3. 3 was really good too.
I like three. I like
Um,
Yeah.
Ghost Rider in three.
yeah,
That's what I
yeah,
put it.
yeah.
Yeah.
The expanded edition, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That reminds me, I need to set up. So, I will say this. I do have a highlight. So, I won a PlayStation 5 at my job. And that y'all, so we had this talent show, right? First of all, Gabe and I, we were a little under the influence, so we had a grand old time,
Yeah.
and I was like in it, bro, and I almost did not do it. That's the crazy part about it. So I sung a song. I sung 1,000 miles. I don't know what this white lady's name, but I sung 1,000 miles, and apparently I was good at it, and I won. I beat a dog. I beat a Drake impersonator. Shout out to
You beat a
Freshly
lot.
for impersonating Drake. I beat. Shout out to Raven. Why didn't you read your poem? If you're listening to Raven, why'd you have me read your poem at the beginning
I
of the
was
show?
wondering that. I was like, is Sean
I
doing
guess she
two
was
performances?
nervous.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, but shout out to Raven. It was a cute poem or whatever. Who else? Calvion did a backflip, multiple backflips.
Yeah.
And it was like crackhead energy type backflips. Trigo was breakdancing, so that was pretty cool. Shout out to Trigo. Trigo, if you listen to this, I love you, bro. Can't wait to get you on the pod one of these days.
He's been wanting to,
Um,
man.
yeah, bro, it's so many people who wants to be on this podcast. I know Cam wants to be on the podcast. Uh,
Speaking of,
Calvion
he did
too.
pretty good in the talent show too.
Yeah, I didn't know he can dance. I didn't know he can like
Yeah.
break dance and move like that. It was pretty impressive. I felt like
Yeah.
it was something else. Who else was on?
Cam.
Cam did impersonations,
Yeah.
which was very fun. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he won. I thought he was gonna win it because his was
Yeah.
very
I think he got
a lot
fourth
of his
though.
impersonation. He got fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Bradley, he did Bradley
Bradley.
was a
Okay.
legit talent.
Yeah. Shout out to Brad. So Rock, we got this we have this guy named Bradley. He works at our job in our warehouse. And he can literally, you just say a number, he can give you any president and how long they served and a significant fact about it. That was pretty impressive. I cannot tell you who the last 10 presidents were. But yeah, he can. I know names, but I could not tell you like who, when, like those significant details. So
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a pretty fun night. I'm glad I went. The
But
food was phenomenal.
Dopest Geek ended up with the win.
Yeah, bro. I gotta play. So I want a PlayStation. I want a PlayStation 5 digital. So I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with my discs and stuff like that. Cause I want to keep the digital only because of like I get more storage. It's smaller. I've always liked that.
Hmm.
Next time, bro. Whenever the PlayStation 6 come out, I'm not gonna buy it until they come out with whatever slim version it is. Cause I feel like I fall for this every PlayStation. I get the bulky one,
Or the
then
Pro.
later on I get like the slim or a pro version. Um, yeah, I'm a just start waiting. I'm not buying the PlayStation right off the bat, unless only reason why I really got the PlayStation 5 to begin with because of the Spider-Man game.
Yeah.
Which actually, now I think about, all right, never mind. We're gonna get off subject, but I was have y'all seen the game, the Wolverine play?
No,
Yeah.
I've seen the leaked
Yeah,
stuff
I'm gonna
that
give it
went
the
out.
benefit of the doubt. It's elite.
yeah, yeah,
It
I feel
don't
bad
look.
for that studio because they've been going through a lot of like controversy with all the leaks that have been going on with that game and everything, and they've just been trying to
yeah,
hold it all together since then. But
right. Yeah,
I
dude,
I
and
heard
yeah,
that's why we're
so
not getting DLC for Spider-Man 2 because all of it got
that's
leaked.
crazy. And I
hmm.
was wondering if we gonna get DLC for Spider-Man 2 because
Cause
another
they hinted
thing
at
I know they
Daredevil.
kind of you said what?
They hinted at Daredevil.
Hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Carnage was
That's
in
right.
there. Cletus Cassidy was in Spider-Man 2. Apparently, he was supposed to
Mhm.
be part of the DLC storyline.
Yeah, I thought there was going to be a whole Carnage storyline coming out too.
I thought that too. I was like, damn, this is like another half of the game. Uh, when you find Cletus Cassidy in the game and the Carnage symbiote and stuff like that. So I mean,
Yeah.
that was it was pretty dope. But yeah, so yeah, though that was my highlight of the week. So how about this? How about we get into today's topics? Unless anybody else have anything else?
We can
No.
jump right
All right.
into it.
Cool. All right. Ryan Gosling is Ghost Rider. Nope. Next question. No, I'm playing. Ryan Gosling is, and I feel like this has been something that's been talked about for like a year and a half now.
Yeah, I think he's been a big fan cast for a lot of Marvel
Yeah.
fans out there. Or his
I
name has been
don't
thrown
see
out
it.
there as Johnny Blaze.
I don't see it. I don't
Really?
see. I don't know. Maybe because I keep thinking of Ken in these soft ass characters that he's playing, and then
Yeah.
I'm like, this dude's supposed to be Ghost Rider. Like, what was the dude from Walking Dead? I don't know his name.
Oh,
Uh,
Norma Reedus.
yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, and then they were saying like,
Keanu
Keanu
Reeves.
Reeves. Yeah, Keanu
Yeah,
Reeves is
Keanu
Ghost
Reeves I
Rider.
think would
So
be like my number one choice. But I mean,
yeah,
ultimately, you just got to give it to someone who could play like just a guy who's all about stunts, someone who's
I
kind of a
want Keanu
superstar in
Reeves
his
to
own.
be. I want Keanu Reeves to be a villain.
you say you don't or you do?
I would want him to be a villain.
Now imagine
Mm.
this. Imagine Ryan Gosling as Johnny Blaze and Keanu Reeves as Mephisto.
Ooh, we're getting Mephisto in.
Spider-Man 4,
Ironheart.
apparently.
Oh,
I
Apparently,
like how y'all
Spider.
both said two different projects.
because I know the hood. No, because I know the hood is in Ironheart. So I
No,
think
yeah.
because Mephisto. No, that's Dormammu.
So what type of Mephisto do you think they're going for though? Do you think they're going for like that, you know?
They're not gonna push through with that satanic. They're not gonna go that deep.
Well,
Mm.
have y'all watched Agatha?
Never
They
mind.
went kind of
But
deep in there.
Mephisto. I'm finna say they went in. Mephisto exists. He's in the MCU. They just
Yeah.
haven't showed him yet. But his name has been dropped numerous times in Agatha.
Yeah.
yeah, never mind.
Because
I forgot
Mephisto's the one
about
who
that show.
gave Ghost Rider his powers, right? If I'm
Yeah, he was
am I correct?
actually, I didn't even think about it. He was actually in the Nicolas Cage Ghost
Yeah,
Rider. They called him Mytholophus or something like that. It was like some long name, but it wasn't like
I said I was gonna rewatch
Mephisto.
that movie. I keep seeing it pop up on my
Blackheart is
Disney
in there
Plus.
too.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so many
He was
like,
the
and
main
they
villain.
look nothing like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, he was the main
Yeah.
villain. Yeah.
it's so crazy, bro.
Mhm.
We gave Ryan Reynolds crap for his version of Deadpool. Meanwhile, we just sat here and let that be Blackheart. Because
Yeah, that
Blackheart
was a
Yeah,
looks
terrible black art.
yeah.
nothing like him.
No. But I actually like
I would never know.
I like Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider as like cheesy as a lot of his scenes were. Thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Maybe I'm just
nah,
biased because I grew up with it. I don't know.
nah. Ghost Rider was awesome.
I like
I
the
loved him as I loved him as
I
Ghost
love the
Rider.
second one for the action scenes and like
Mhm.
Yeah.
the darkness of it.
So I heard that they were actually planning to make a third one with Nicolas Cage, and those plans like fell out right before because they needed to make a film to keep the rights of Ghost Rider, and they were forcing it. And Nicolas Cage was down for it, but he wanted the story to be laid out and be more like they wanted to focus around the writing more, but they were trying to rush it out the studio, but they didn't get to it in time, and the rights went back to the MCU.
Yeah, man.
My
And another crazy thing, the whole Johnny Blaze thing with She-Hulk. Remember they had Johnny Blaze,
Oh yeah, they
that
had it was like
magician.
a knockoff Johnny
a
Blaze.
magician, yeah. But
Yeah,
that's
I don't
another
know.
thing. He showed up in Agents of Shield.
Yeah, but
He did
yeah,
show up, but they
But
retconned that. I don't think
yeah.
Agents of Shield is
I
canon anymore, right?
I thought they came out after Endgame and said because at first we thought it was canon and then they said it wasn't and then all of a sudden it was back to being canon
I
because
thought they retconned it mostly because of the Inhuman stuff. They didn't want to go through with that anymore, with how heavily that show was based around Inhumans.
so I wonder how much that they did retcon because I ain't gonna lie, Robbie Reyes, I love that was my favorite. Those were my favorite episodes with Ghost Rider.
You know what? And remember, Robbie Reyes was supposed to get a show.
Yeah,
He was
Yep.
supposed to get a Robbie Reyes
It was
show,
on
and
Hulu. It was supposed to be Hulu, right?
yeah, it was gonna be a Hulu exclusive.
that's right.
But yeah, but Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, I don't know. And I'm gonna say he's an amazing actor. This is nothing against his ability.
Yeah,
I just don't see it. And unless they're trying to do another, Disney-fied, playful version of Johnny Blaze, well, I don't know.
they're definitely.
I
I feel
personally don't
like they're
see it.
going towards that route of like Johnny Blaze. Having that fun side of him being like as he is already supposed to be famous for his stunts and his dad before him being a stuntman. I think that they're gonna definitely go down towards that Disney route of like cracking a few jokes here and there like most of the Marvel characters nowadays. But at the same time, you gotta have that Ghost Rider side of him that's actually like badass at heart.
You know who had a really crazy sense of humor?
But
Cosmic Ghost Rider, and
And that's Frank
and the
Castle.
fact. And it's crazy because it's Frank Castle, but he kind
yeah,
of
that
give you
is
like
why.
Deadpool vibes. Not like he was fourth wall breaking or anything, but he was pretty funny. He cracked the Joker too. Like he was extremely unserious.
Yeah.
So I guess it could work. I rather not. I rather it be kind of like, and I don't know why. When I think of Ghost Rider, I think of at least how I want it to be is like I really want like our dark rated R Marvel Knights corner of the MCU. So we got like
Yeah.
our Ghost Rider, our Moon Knight, our Blade, whenever that comes out, and I'm not saying they gotta say the F bomb 20 times in a movie, but I kind of want it to be, very, gory, very deep. And cause Ghost Rider do tap in a lot of like I'm saying like the supernatural things.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
say it's
1,000%.
I want to say Ghost Rider is probably one of the most powerful
No, yeah,
powerful beings in the Marvel universe,
He's
if I'm not
definitely up
mistaken.
there.
I don't know where
he,
he is in ranking, but
yeah, he's up there. He's definitely one of the top dogs, along with
Another
yeah.
thing too is
Thor.
that the rumor right now is that he's going to be one, a major role in Doomsday, and two, his first appearance is going to be in Doomsday. But I don't know, like,
Mm,
in what part of this story does he be a major player in? You know,
right.
especially with Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Yeah. Nah, I'm very, and plus, is it going to be? I don't know, because I don't know if it's going to be like Nicolas Cage, like that's supposed to be like a legacy character, or this is what they're saying like Ryan Gosling was going to be.
Maybe both.
Oh yeah, or maybe both. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Because
don't know.
technically, weren't there another Ghost Rider? Like there was Johnny
Besides
Blaze. I know
Robbie
there was
Reyes,
Robbie Reyes.
yeah,
I
there
thought
was
there was a
the
third
one
one
before is the
into it.
first Ghost Rider. He's on a horse.
Yeah, like
In
the
the
all right. So the
comics, he was all white. Like he had a whole all
uh,
white get up.
it was
But
a uh
we gotta remember that Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider became is it the Donnie Ketch Ghost Rider?
that's what it
Danny
is.
Ketch.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So and this is why I'm confused. And this, like I said, this is just my lack of comic knowledge. Is Danny Ketch a different Ghost Rider, or this is another version of the
that
same Ghost
just
Rider?
they call it Danny Ketch because that's just the writer. But
That's what it
but
is. Okay.
he had a really good Ghost Rider story.
Yeah.
Got you. Danny Ketch. Okay. And I think that's what I was trying to say. I thought Danny Ketch was another person who held the mantle of Ghost Rider. Okay.
I
We're
actually
talking
have one
about
of the old. I have one of the old comics where it's Punisher versus Ghost Rider, and it's Danny Ketch versus him versus Frank
mm,
Castle.
So it's him with the blue flames, right?
No, it's not with the Blue Flames. It's with the Cycle.
Oh,
Because Danny Ketch didn't always have blue flames. I don't think,
yeah, I know that was like I
but he
brought
did.
that up because that's what happened at the end of Ghost Rider 2. He got the blue flames
Yeah, and that has
after.
to do with something with the Spirit of Vengeance.
Yeah, it's more like the like a angel spirit because he killed Mephisto. He got
Yeah,
away
instead of
from
a demon
Mephisto.
one.
Yeah,
I think yeah, that's what happened in the comics where um, one of the hierarchies of Mephisto. Once you slay the demon, I mean, you're pretty much an angel, something like that.
yeah. Well, I'll say this. If Ryan Gosling ends up being Ghost Rider, that's I'll say this out. I hopefully I feel like I can trust him enough to do the character right. But yeah, I don't know. I would say Marvel, Kevin Feige. I know you listen to this podcast. I would say explore your options before before you do that. Um, but yeah, any other final thoughts on this topic?
I think that it could have a good balance. I mean, Werewolf by Night was great, and it wasn't necessarily comedic like crazy.
Yeah, I guess
Um,
I'm. You know what movie that kind of ruined it when I think of like, okay, now they're doing too much. Like I
what's
get when we're
that?
trying to be funny. Thor,
Yeah,
uh,
Thor: Love
Titty
and Thunder.
Waititi, whatever that dude's
Oh
name.
yeah,
I, I feel like
He didn't read the comics, so
Thor,
he said it himself. He didn't read them.
Thor is so unserious now, and that's when I get worried whenever we have this thing. Like, yeah, I get it. Like we have humor. There's gonna be humor. I'm never gonna like say, hey, don't, like, it can't be funny. But it's just to the point. Like, just some characters is just, it kind of takes me out of it trying to be a comedy. That's all. You know what I mean?
yes. Yeah.
Do you
And
feel
I don't
like?
know. I just feel like
And you know
Do you feel
what?
like?
I feel like Ragnarok had like good humor to it because it was something new and we hadn't seen with Thor. But I think they just took it to the next level in the next film.
yeah. Yeah, I'll say this. Yeah, Ragnarok. Yeah, it's just Love and Thunder was way too goofy.
Yeah.
But
Well, I feel like I don't know. Cause we're getting Daredevil born again, and that's definitely not about to be comedic like crazy.
oh yeah, nah, that's true. Oh man, I cannot wait for
Do you feel
Daredevil. But
like? Do
that's
you
another
feel like
episode for another
Moon
day.
Knight? Do you feel like Moon Knight was too comedic, or do you feel like they had a
N-
good balance?
I'll say it had a really good balance because one character is like Steve, Steven,
Yeah,
the
Steven.
British one. He was very unserious. Like he was. But thing
Hmm.
is, I mean, it's his personality versus Mark. he was very, serious, and I feel like we got all the seriousness out of him. And Moon
Mm.
Knight kind of got a sense of humor too, which is expected in the comics. I just don't want him to be goofy. That's it. That's
My
all it
I
is.
think he's
my
super
boy.
sarcastic in the comics.
Very, very
Uh,
sarcastic.
I never. What's that Punisher said? He said, "Mark, how's your fantasy god or something?" And Mark rebuttal was like, "Frank, how's your dead family?"
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, no,
bro
yeah,
would,
no.
de-
They're out of line.
bro would definitely take it there.
Oh, I thought you were saying something.
Yeah, we gotta go later. I'm in the podcast. Oh, okay. No, all right. Hold on. You gotta go to your cage. I'm in the middle of a podcast, buddy. 1 second, y'all.
While Rocky's doing that, I want to have a word from our sponsors. Um, our sponsor is Albanese Gummy Snacks. True to fruit, exotic fruits, natural flavors. You want a good gummy bear? Get you Albanese Gummy Snacks. They're great.
That sounds amazing. I
I
want
ain't gonna
some
lie.
gummy snacks now.
My wife got me these. I think she got them from Dollar Tree. And
Mm,
man, these are really good.
nice.
I love them. I wish I had a bigger bag.
Time. Yeah,
All
Jake
right, cool.
Lockley. Yeah, he was pretty cool.
We barely
Jake
saw
Lock,
him.
Yeah, we
bro.
saw him for like
And
one
I'm,
scene.
bro.
Sean loved that scene. Ooh,
Nah, bro. Yeah, bro. I hate, bro. That's one thing when you do all that bullshit, and now somebody about to pop your ass finally, and now you wanna live. Yeah, fuck out of here, bro.
bro, I gotta
It's
rewatch that.
crazy.
That was funny.
Yeah, I love Moon Knight. Moon Knight was awesome. Me
And they
personally, I
canceled
like
season
Moon Knight,
2.
which is crazy. I love season
At
one.
that
Season
point,
one
if you're
was
gonna do
great.
that to him, give him a movie.
Right,
Apparently,
but
Midnight Suns.
yeah.
Yeah,
Wait,
All right, y'all.
wasn't there some Midnight Suns news?
I haven't heard any
I haven't
Midnight
heard
Suns
any
news.
either.
I
I
mean,
think I
we
think they
do.
were saying Ghost Rider. They want a Ghost Rider to be in Midnight Suns.
Oh yeah, he's got to be, like, without a
I think
doubt.
that's what
If
I
he's not
said.
in Midnight Suns, then yeah.
Because we got
Yeah.
Blade, so on and so forth. We got Blade, Moon Knight, and possibly Ghost Rider.
Mm. You know who else is in Midnight Suns?
Magic.
Doctor Strange. But you know what he's also in? It may not be Doomsday. So
Mm,
Doctor Strange is going to be, well, we don't know. Apparently he said he wasn't going to be in Doomsday, and then he said he is going to be in Doomsday. Because it's Doomsday then Secret Wars, right? Or was it Secret Wars and Doomsday?
it's
It's
Doomsday and
Doomsday
then
and
Secret
Secret
Wars.
Wars.
Okay, so Doctor Strange or Benedict Cumberbatch was saying that he wasn't going to be in Doomsday, but he was going to be in Secret Wars. And now I guess recently he is taking a step back, saying like, "Oh, actually, maybe I am in Doomsday, and not, I mean, maybe I am in Doomsday and Secret Wars." So, which I know when we kind of said in the group chat, it didn't make sense because we was like, "Hey, you kind of made this mess. Why aren't you in this movie?"
Literally.
So, so I was very confused. Or didn't you guys say? I don't know if it was you guys or if I heard it in a video. Do you feel like was there like supposed to be like a Doctor Strange 3 that's possibly happening
Yeah,
between those two movies or something like that?
yeah. Supposedly, Doctor Strange 3 is currently being written right now, but they wanted it officially in between Doomsday and Secret Wars, but it looks like with how delayed that script's getting, it's going to be pushed after Secret Wars, possibly. Nothing's
The fact that
confirmed
we're
about
getting
that.
Doomsday and Secret Wars in the same year is insane. And can you imagine getting Endgame and Infinity War and Endgame within the same year like that?
Wait, there's still a thing.
Right? Doomsday and Secret Wars are both.
I kind of thought they were going to be
I thought they pushed
a
that year
year.
back
They were
because
going to
that'd
be a
be
year
long.
filmed.
But we're getting
Oh,
we're getting Spider-Man 4 and Doomsday the same year. That'd be crazy to get Doomsday, Spider-Man 4, and then
nah,
Secret
bro. Cause
Wars.
remember we were supposed to have Doomsday. Well, I'm sorry,
I
let me not say
remember it
Doomsday.
now.
No, we
Could
were
we
supposed to get
get Fantastic
Kang
Four?
Dynasty,
Yeah, Kang Dynasty,
Yeah.
and then we were supposed to
and
get.
like all that was supposed to happen like within 6 months of each other.
Yeah, I do remember that.
But I mean, and they
But
could have
everything
changed it. They
changed so
probably could have
much
changed it.
because
Uh,
because yeah, Spider-Man 4 takes place in between those two, which I'm still
Yeah.
skeptical about. But yeah, so Doomsday, it's like you guys said, bro. He literally caused an incursion. An incursion plays a big part in Battle World is Secret Wars. Doctor Doom was the big bad of Secret Wars, so it's like you said, it wouldn't make sense for him to not be in both of them.
Yeah, and I don't know. Just all to say is celebrities talk too damn much.
It's
Hmm.
that,
That's
and
yeah,
people don't realize, but like Doctor Doom, he kind of does the same thing as Doctor Strange. So I could see Doctor Doom not liking Strange.
Yeah.
It's kind of
yeah.
it's kind of like I was telling Gabe because if I remember correctly, I could be wrong. I think in Secret Wars, Doctor Doom wanted one Earth, and he wanted to be the ruler of it. So seeing Doctor Strange cause all them incursions, I think that'd be like a perfect motivation for Doctor Doom to like get active. He'd be like, "Yo, you're doing all this, and it's messing up all of this. So it just looks like we need to have one Earth."
You
So
know what? And I wonder if because there's so many different like ways of Doctor Doom. So there's like in the first Fantastic Four movies, like Doctor Doom was like a very sciencey guy. Like he was a genius. There's other versions of Doctor Doom that he's very like he's not only that he like mastered science, but he also mastered like the mystic arts too. So he got
Yeah.
like he knows like the spells and all that type of stuff like Doctor Strange and everybody. So I wonder if like this version of Doctor Doom, which again, y'all freaking remind me that it's Robert Downey Jr., that this person is going to know, is he going to be able to go hand to hand with Doctor Strange in terms of spells and, the mystic arts?
you know what'd be crazy about that? That'd be like the closest thing we ever got to. Could remember in Infinity War, we were supposed to get Doctor Strange. I mean, combined with the Iron Man.
Yeah,
So
crazy.
I remember that.
Yeah,
They made a Hot Toys about it. They made a Hot Toys
there is a
Yeah.
video, I
Hot
think.
Toys. Yeah.
So we finally probably get to see what that's like.
No, I think it'd be pretty cool just to have a little bit of both, make him a genius, but also being able to master different type of spells. But I think they're gonna definitely go heavily into the Latveria aspects of it all because that's something we really haven't
Yeah,
seen with Doctor Doom yet in the movies.
I'm really
definitely.
trying to figure out what the hell they doing. I'm
I know,
I'm
right?
so lost. I'm still every time y'all remind me that Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doctor Doom.
It's confusing.
I It's confusing. I'm trying to figure out where they're going with this, what they're trying to do. Is it going to be like kind of like a DC thing with Jason Momoa being Lobo? Is it just hey, it's just a recasting? Is it a reboot?
I think what it
He's not
is,
Tony Stark.
I think what it is more so like another universe with evil different outcomes. Because it's also rumors that Chris Evans is returning as Hydra Cap and not regular Cap.
Mm,
So what I'm thinking, because at first it was Nomad, now I'm hearing rumors that it's like Hydra Cap. So
Yeah.
if that's true, I'm just thinking that Tony or Doctor Doom is going to recruit his own Dark Avengers, you would say, and it's just going to be like opposite versions of the our characters we love.
yeah, if they do that, I'm just wondering why Doctor Doom. I feel like there's evil versions of Iron Man, like other
Well,
evil
it's
versions
because
of Iron Man that they could have done.
it's because
Yeah.
they got that infamous Iron Man run. It's been a lot of times when Doctor Doom became Iron Man or Iron Man became Doctor Doom. Now, am I
But is
saying
it
is
Tony
that why
Stark?
they do it? Yeah, it's from
Oh,
the start. Am I saying
okay.
that's why they did it? No, I don't know why they thought to go with that because those stories
Yeah.
aren't like that huge for the character. I mean,
Yeah.
they're huge, but like you know, um, I don't know why they decided to go that route. I'm
They just
more,
really needed RDJ back.
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's more money they got to pay him. So good luck with that. I'm more of a King dude. I wish we had King.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I really wanted to see what Kang Dynasty, like the whole Kang. I was very excited to see all the different versions of Kang. Did y'all see? I mean, I'm saying off topic. It's not off topic, but did y'all see the damn? It's a trailer that dropped with Jonathan Majors. He's playing a bodybuilder. It's called Magazine Dreams
Oh,
or
I
something
saw
like
articles over it, but I didn't see the trailer
that. The
itself.
trailer dropped today, I think, either today or yesterday. And first of all, they shot this movie. It was supposed to come out like 2 years ago, and then the whole thing happened with Jonathan Majors, unfortunately, and they was like, let's just not release it yet. So yeah, nah, dude. Yeah, no, dude. I get upset thinking about it all the time. But yeah, I really wanted to see what the whole with Kang Dynasty, and I wonder how they're gonna like retcon it. Like, well, not no, I don't want to say retcon it. I don't think they're gonna retcon it. I think obviously they're gonna have to find a way to explain, why they're going in a different direction in the MCU, because they had everything set up for King the Conqueror moving forward, and for him being the big bad. But yeah, man, crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. So, any other final thoughts about Doctor Strange in Doomsday and all that?
He's gonna kill it like he did in Infinity War and Endgame, but he's
Yeah,
just like we said before, he's got a big impact in all this multiverse story. So I mean,
yeah,
it's pretty much destiny for him to be in these films. So we'll see
Exactly.
what type of impact he leaves.
yeah. You know who else is going to kill it?
Who?
The Kansas City Chiefs when they beat the Eagles at the Super Bowl of 2025. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't know.
I was
Don't
about to
quote
say
me
you
on
got the Chiefs.
that. I
That's great.
mean, I don't know. I don't know because I don't. I can't believe they both in the Super Bowl again. I think that's I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's kind of
To me,
lame
I
when
feel
there's
like that's
rematches
lame.
like that.
Yeah, I think it's
Uh,
super lame. Oh God, but
My
I'll
team,
say this,
my
guys.
team already at the Super Bowl.
Oh,
Team
oh,
Kendrick.
Team Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know
oh,
why I fell for that. Team Kendrick.
Bro.
Hold on. Oh, it's not playing. Never mind. That was lame. I wish I had a bigger explosion. F. Anyway, but yeah. So Kendrick is going to be at the Super Bowl. Super. Just cannot wait to see what he performs. But rumor has it we're going to get the Fantastic Four trailer for a movie that's coming out in the freaking summer. So we're
yep.
we're hoping to get finally some Fantastic Four news. I'm thinking. I mean, we could talk about it, but I'm wanting to hopefully have a whole episode thinking about talking about our Fantastic
We can
Four
save it.
Oh,
theories and stuff.
we should have a whole breakdown over the trailer.
Oh yeah, no, we definitely will.
Yeah.
So we're gonna try to plan a special episode talking about the Fantastic Four. But what other things are anticipating? Maybe trailers or news that we might get on the Super Bowl Sunday.
Not necessarily well, on the Super Bowl Sunday, I don't know. But really quick, 'cause you said Fantastic Four, and we also know Superman's coming out that same day. And they dropped like a little mini short teaser trailer.
They
And
did,
fans have
yeah.
been in an uproar about how what's his name? What's the actor's name that plays Superman?
David
I don't
Cornsweet.
know.
Yeah, David Cornsweet. People are not liking the flying scenes. So that's one small minor comic book DC thing. I know we've been talking about Marvel all day, but that's something that's fairly like new that's being talked about right now.
Which I don't understand. How y'all gonna do that one flying scene? Like
I know,
it's
right?
literally
It's a
that
snippet.
one scene. Yeah, I hate when people jump the gun when it's like that a snippet in a trailer. Like
A movie like
y'all realize it's
this,
like
I mean, it's going to get
yeah.
criticized from head to toe, with everything about it. And especially with
Right.
it rebooting the whole DC universe and it being like the starting
Oh yeah.
point from where it all starts movie wise. I think that there's going to be a lot of haters out there, but at the same time, I mean, it's James Gunn. I mean, he's a great storyteller. So his cinematography, I mean, you can't really judge it too much.
Right. And like that one thing, that one, I guess the one, that little point of POV, I don't know. Like everybody's saying like, I think somebody was like, well, he got that from Guardians of the Galaxy. Y'all do realize he directed that movie,
Yeah,
right?
literally.
Like that's his movie. He can't be original. What you mean? But thing is, in cinematography. That's a normal shot. There's so many POV shots of like flying characters or flying
Yeah.
things all the time. Like man, I don't know, bro. I don't know. People are tripping. But
People are just
other than that,
haters.
yeah, no, just hating, bro. But
But to go back to the Super Bowl weekend, I think
uh,
the other trailers, I think another Superman trailer might drop, but I know for sure is a Jurassic World and Mission Impossible 6, I believe.
ooh, you know what? I have not watched like the last Jurassic World movie,
Hmm. Are you
and
talking
I
about
need
the
to
one
watch
with
it.
all of them? like all the OG characters and the
Yeah,
Chris
yeah, yeah.
Pratt.
I tried watching it. I think I tried watching it on a plane and just couldn't. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was sleepy. Maybe I was just trying to like fall asleep on the plane or something like that. But yeah, no, dude, it was weird because I heard a lot of people like it was barely any damn dinosaurs in the movie. So I don't know. I said I have to watch it so I can catch up.
Yeah,
But no, Fantastic Four is honestly Fantastic Four and
I
Kendrick
think
Lamar.
that's
Only two things I'm looking forward to in the Super Bowl Sunday.
definitely the most anticipated. So you think that the best trailer is going to be Fantastic Four without a doubt?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to be the Fantastic Four trailer.
Nice.
Y'all
Yeah,
think it's gonna be different from the Comic Con trailer? Cause I've seen the Comic Con trailer.
yeah, I did
Yeah,
too.
I think
Hopefully, it's
so.
different. I'll be very mad if it's the exact same. I forgot what happened. I forgot there was a trailer that
They said that
actually it was
it was
Thunderbolts.
test footage. They were trying to test out
Yeah,
like them in costumes and stuff, and they
yeah,
filmed like a Reed Richards does show for kids daily, and then Ben Grimm on a dating show, those type of
yeah,
things.
yeah. 'Cause I think it was Thunderbolts that it was the exact same trailer that they showed like at Comic Con or something like that, and that's what they used like for you know
I
everybody else to see.
remember way back when the Infinity War Comic Con trailer was
Oh,
way different from the normal one. Like they saw all the good
Yeah,
stuff at Comic Con. We didn't really
they
see nothing
did.
crazy.
dude, I remember being at Six Flags with a friend, and we were reading the breakdown leaks of the trailer from Comic Con, and I just remember reading, and Thanos throws a moon at Iron Man. And I was like, oh
Yeah.
my God, this
I
movie's insane.
remember I remember hearing that. Like somebody was describing. I said throw a moon, and for whatever reason, I just cannot fathom. I
Yeah.
just cannot think how the fuck that he throws a whole moon at Iron Man. Like
Yeah.
I don't.
The part that had me and you talking, remember we heard Spider Man falling from space. We
Oh
were like,
Yeah,
yeah.
we were just
how he get
like what
there?
happened?
Cause they were saying like the Iron Spider. Then
Yo,
I think we said he got choked out. He got body slammed by Thanos. And we were like, what?
yeah,
We were like, bro, Spider Man had
bro.
me
It's when
bad.
you think about it, bro. Infinity War was a shit show. Like for everybody. Like
Oh yeah.
no
Everybody
one
was
was
going
having.
through it.
Everybody was going through it,
Yeah.
bro. It was just Infinity War was one big L. Oh man. Oh,
I
bro.
still think
Sometimes
that's
you
the
gotta.
greatest I still think Infinity War is like the greatest run in terms of like press run for any like
Yeah.
movie. Just the hype behind it. I
Yeah.
remember getting chills just hearing Nick Fury. There was an idea. I was like,
Oh,
oh
in the
shit,
trailer.
bro. And like
Yeah.
showing
Yeah.
all the heroes like where they currently are, and I was like, oh bro, we're here, bro.
Yeah.
Infinity War is just it. You just had to be there.
Yeah,
No,
You
literally.
just had to
You
be.
literally
It's just one.
did.
You just had to be there,
Damn.
bro. Like it is. And the thing that makes me sad, that makes me, we will never get that feeling again, ever.
yeah,
Like I just cannot think. I just cannot think what else other than
I
it
think that's
being the
why
reboot.
a lot of people are so disappointed in this phase right now is because it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like a build up. Like it doesn't feel
yeah,
like what is this going towards as the Infinity Saga did have that. Like it felt like every movie was just on top going up this ladder to this big event.
yeah,
When it feels like this phase right now like everybody's doing their own thing. How does this all lead together, you know?
yeah.
So, it's interesting to
Yeah.
see how it'll all unfold in Secret Wars at least.
Yeah.
We'll
Nah,
see.
dude.
See how that plays.
Um, but I'll say this, and then we're gonna move on to the next topic. So Anthony Mackie said some stuff, and we're not gonna get too deep into it because we definitely have to get into the meat and potatoes of this podcast. Basically, of saying what Captain America means, what he represents, and it was a lot of backlash. I would say this. I think a lot of his words misconstrued. The the miscommunication. He even had to like clear. To be honest, I don't even think. I think he said what he said, and I agree with him. I would say there is a certain audience that was very vocal in disagreement, and I think as somebody who really loves Captain America, especially this version of Captain America, how much it means to me, you know I think it's one of those things of like it people are not taking, how can I, what's the word I'm looking for? Damn, what's the word? Accountability for what they are, for what, or in this delusional state of what this country is. And again, I truly believe we live in the best country in the world. Even at our worst, we're the best country. Like, I'm blessed to be an American. I'm blessed to be in this country because, trust me, like, I don't even think we can, I'm not saying we can't have a podcast, but, the being a country that, you don't have free speech, you don't have rights or voting rights and stuff like that. It's terrible, and I definitely thank God to live in America. But at the same time, we definitely have a lot to work on, like a lot to work on. And to me, that's what Captain America represents. The purity of America. And know that they're not, know that we're not perfect as a country, but striving to be better and striving to be perfect. Because we're at once upon a time we were once immigrants. We all was. The founders of this country. And we can get into that political battle later, but yeah, I mean, that's just my 2 cents on it. Feel free for you guys to jump in, but yeah, that's how I feel about the subject. So
Yeah, and as we were saying earlier, I mean, Captain America himself just represents being good. We've seen it all through the different comic storylines. We've seen it especially in the films, in live action, all the TV shows, all the video games. I mean, that character is meant to represent the good in not only America, but the good universally in everybody. He's always fighting for what's right. And that doesn't represent an individual person. That doesn't represent Steve Rogers in itself. That represents who Captain America is, whether it is Sam Wilson or Steve Rogers, or even if they went with Bucky, which we talked about earlier. I mean, uh, they didn't go that route. They went with Sam Wilson instead. And Sam Wilson, being that good man and fighting for what's right, I think was the perfect choice for that Captain America role. And on top of that, I mean, a lot of people in the comments that I've seen in many of these posts about what Anthony Mackie had said just sound pretty ignorant, honestly, about
mhm.
this guy doesn't know what Captain America really means to everybody, but really, I mean, do people really see the inside of this story and see what Captain America really is? Because not only has he gone against the government numerous times, but it's because he's fighting for what's right. I mean, we've
Right.
seen him go against Shield, we've seen him go against the U.S. government, uh, and that's the whole point of Civil War almost, is because he was fighting for what he thought was good. And honestly, Sam Wilson represents that in a good way. And I can't really see it any other way right now in the Marvel Universe. So,
Yeah. No,
But yeah,
absolutely.
I definitely agree with what both you guys said, and the thing about what he said, Chris Evans said the same thing a couple years ago, and
yep.
nobody had a problem when he said it. And like I said, and like Sean said, or Dopest Geek, my bad. That's a whole another thing to talk about for another video, but it just shows like how ignorant people can be when it comes to Sam Wilson wearing the stars and stripes. Because these people that claim to be fans and all that, Captain America doesn't even like stand for that completely. Like you were saying, Gabe. Like I think Sean, freak, cut that out. Dopes Geek. You
It's
read.
fine.
Okay, my bad. You remember in Spider-Man Life Story that issue with Captain America when he was going against some of the U.S. soldiers because they were doing like some dirty work behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just like he goes against people that do morally wrong things. He doesn't just fight for America. It's like you were saying, Gabe. He
Right.
fights for what he believes is right and what is the dream of America. I feel like that's what people get mixed up. He says it multiple times in comic books. He fights for the dream, the American dream. Not
Yep.
necessarily America, but the dream, if that makes sense. He says that
Yeah.
multiple times. There's so many comic book
Yeah.
panels. And the crazy part is one of his most iconic quotes from Civil War, the comic books, basically said what Anthony Mackie said. Like, just
Right.
because they tell you to stand down don't mean you stand down and listen. It's basically what Peggy Carter's granddaughter or niece said in
Sharon.
Civil War.
Oh,
Sharon
Sharon Carter.
Carter. It's literally what Sharon Carter said in Civil War. That quote that she said that motivated Captain America to do what he did in the movie is literally what Captain America said to Spider Man in the comic books. And that's basically what Anthony Mackie was saying. So these I don't know. I think it's a double meaning under what they're saying. They just don't want to say it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you could
I'll
scream
say it for
comic
you.
book. Go
A
ahead.
black man should not be Captain America. that's
Yeah.
that's and there's and I think the crazy thing is they're trying to make it a political statement, and it's not. Y'all thinking way too deep into this. He, especially looking, especially like if you think about the story and like why it happened and things like that. Uh, that's just it. They a certain group of people don't want to see minorities in a powerful, I'm saying a powerful position, but and the thing is everybody like to use, that's what I say, I hate when people use the term like woke and stuff like that, and like it is not about being woke. He's black. This wouldn't be woke if it was Bucky. It wouldn't be woke
Right.
if it was anybody else, but for whatever reason Sam Wilson ends up being Captain America. Now it's a whole, it's this never ending battle of oh, they're just trying to force diversity in all this, and or they're trying to, make a statement and things like, no, dog, like, can someone just be black, and be a superhero without it being, a big, like a big thing, a big deal about it. It's just because it's not.
Yeah.
If we're going towards the logic of what these racists are saying, then I think then Captain America wouldn't be leaving the country for any missions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And Captain
Right.
America, Steve Rogers' parents ain't even American.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
even he even he in comic books feels conflicted at times on whether or not he should carry the sergeant's right because he's technically his family is not American. I forgot what comic book that was, but there's literally a comic book where he's like sitting on a couch or something, or he's looking at the shield or thinking about should he really be wearing the sergeant stripe. And perfect example, I know you remember this comic book, Dopest Geek. I'm not sure if you ever read it, Gabe. But what was that series? The Captain Americas when we had Indian Captain America, we had the LGBT Captain America, we had Sam
Oh.
Wilson, Bucky. Cause it was somebody going to steal all the Captain. It was somebody trying to steal all the Captain America shields. But it
I
was literally
forgot. I know
saying
exactly what you're talking
Why
he
about.
was
was
somebody
literally
trying to steal all the shield? It's so
I
like
forgot.
random
I
to what
forgot.
point.
I think it was Bucky. I think Bucky was two timing, if I remember correctly. I have the comic books. I'll have to reread it. But we
Interesting.
literally had different versions of Captain America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think at the end of that, I think Steve Rogers said something along the lines of there's a Captain America in all of us because Captain America just does the right thing. It's a symbol.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I'll say this, man. Enjoy the movie. Enjoy for what it is. No one's trying to convince you that this movie is going to be good. It's just give this movie a chance and don't be ignorant. Don't be stupid. Just take it for what it is. Look at it from a storyline perspective, and just don't let anybody it blind your judgment for a movie you have not seen yet. You know,
Exactly.
and you know, and that's what I would say about that. On that note, what y'all think about Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man?
All right. Going into this, I just want to say that I haven't seen episode two, but I've seen episode one. And by far, I actually really like this show, just off of one episode, honestly. And
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear what you have to say, like what you both have to say, because I know Rocky, you had made some statements before, thinking like, is it gonna be good? But I will say, like, I don't know. I feel like this is what I hate to say this, but I feel like this is what the MCU Spider-Man should have had, or what we should have seen in the films, like right off the bat, from everything. Like honestly, like how it all ties into the universe, all of that. And I love like the Osborn elements that they have in there, all the way up to Doctor Strange being the reason why, or Doctor Strange's battle being the reason why, like Spidey gets bit. But one thing I will say is that like we don't hear anything really about Uncle Ben. Like Uncle Ben has nothing to do with his origin story, is what I'm trying to say, which is very interesting.
So before we get to a little bit deeper into this, let me hit you guys with this.
Spoiler warning.
So
I like how I just
yeah,
went deep into spoilers, and then you're like, by the way.
I don't think we said anything. I don't think we said anything too crazy. I feel like everything you said so far
Okay.
has been in a promotional trailer or something already. But again,
Okay.
Spoiler warning.
if you have not seen Spider-Man and want to see Spider-Man without getting spoiled, log the hell out and watch Spider-Man and come back to this podcast. Yeah, so again,
Spoiler warning.
all right, good. All right. So, first impressions of episode 1. What do you guys think?
I think Gabe should start because me and you,
Yeah.
our conversations are going to lead into episode 2. I feel like.
So
Yeah, I
I
ain't
feel
gonna lie.
like
Yeah,
I give it a good like 8 out of 10. Honestly, I don't think it's like perfect, but I think it's really good, and that
I'll give it the same 8 out of 10.
and I think this could lead to a really good story down the line that could lead into other really good stories. Now, um, yeah, I'm really excited to see what episode 2 is about. So I don't know. I kind of
I ain't
don't
gonna
want
lie.
to
I'm
be
gonna rewatch
spoiled.
episode 2 tonight. After we get done, I'm gonna probably put it on.
I don't have to.
Episode 2 is really good.
I think episode 2 is my favorite so far.
Mm.
Um, a lot of people don't know this, but I have it right here. There's actually a little time skip in the first episode. After he gets bitten, it jumps to 5 months. This prequel takes place in between that 5 months.
Mm.
So this in this comic book, he's testing out his powers. He's making his new suit, all of that. So Gabe, if you want to check this out,
Might
go to
have
your
to.
local comic book store, pick them up. Cause I think they're still putting out issues. I don't think it's done just yet, but yeah. Cause I know I saw a post on Instagram. A dude was saying, "Oh, they're skipping the whole with great power come great responsibility. His morals that make him Spider Man." This comic book literally talks about all of that. But yeah, I did have my doubts about this. I don't know. Spider Man just he means a lot to me, and I want him done right. And just hearing certain things about the show had me a little skeptical, but from what I've seen, I like it. There are some changes to Spider Man that I feel like is okay. Um, I know some people feel like, and these are like comic book heads. I know some people feel like he's not like the Peter Parker in the comics. Like he's not an outcast. He's not very selfish. I think I saw one thing, and it's a great point. One thing somebody said was they didn't like that he was morally a good person already. Cause remember he saved Nico Robin, in the first episode before he got bit, and
Oh, I
I
see what you're
know,
saying.
I know with Spider, cause I know with Peter Parker in the comics, he struggles with doing what's good and what's not good. You know, like is this really right? Should I really do this? That's why he always gets like those speeches from Captain America or Iron Man or something like that. Um, Peter definitely struggles with trying to make that right decision and knowing what's the option to go with. So I feel like that
Part
can
of what
kind
makes them
of
relatable.
yeah. I feel like that's something I kind of like am worried about going forward in the future.
Because also he's a kid too. Like he's a freshman, and we don't have the perfect understanding of what's right and wrong. I think we're pretty selfish, at that age.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I feel like they could hopefully they dig, and I feel like there's qualities in there of him being selfish to an extent, like him not showing up for Nico Robin when she goes to the party, or being late to certain places. I feel like that's selfishness to an extent.
Yeah.
Now, it's not selfishness on the way that people want to see it, but I still feel like it's there. I'm not gonna judge Peter's character too much because it's only 2 episodes, but it did pique my eye that he was morally a good person before the bite and
Yeah.
before the with great power comes great responsibility. Because like Gabe said, they do bring up Uncle Ben off the rip in this episode of episode 1. But that's my thoughts on episode 1. I guess Dope Geek, you talk about episode 1 as well.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting take. That about his morals, that he's more like he's a good person, like he's very caring. You can tell that he comes from a loving heart. You know, I don't remember if it is that episode 1. And here's the thing, since I watched them, they kind of blur together. So forgive me, Gabe, if I'm giving you details that you have not heard.
I mean, y'all are
But
gonna talk about episode 2 either way.
it was like the part that someone like stole money from a pizza guy or something like that. That was 2.
I was like, I haven't seen that.
But okay, that was 2. I just didn't remember if it was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, he has a lot of like, good moments. And I don't know, that kind of gave me it gave me a I'll say this. I see where that comes from, but at the same time, it was like, he was like he's genuinely a good kid. I would like to see like the build up from it, but he's like genuinely like a really good person. He has people's feelings in mind. He has people, he has the people in mind, and he has a really, really nice heart. So I, but I do see where everyone, at least that comment is coming from. But yeah, but episode 1 was a really, really good beginning. The cast is very interesting because
Yeah.
I'll say this: Harry is probably one of the old, like I'll say Harry, Aunt May is probably like the only 2 people that I recognize from like past Spider-Man, like your normal Spider-Man ensemble, but now, it's like, and like I said, and Rocky, I'm glad, we're able to talk about this right now because Ricky, I don't know if that's like that's his name, right? Ricky was the football player.
I'm trying to remember. What
So
was
did they just
I think it was
replace?
Tombstone's real name. What's Tombstone's real name? I'm having a brain fart. I
Here,
don't know.
I'll look it up. But
Good question.
but him,
It's probably not
Pearl.
Tombstone.
I don't know if Pearl's like your average like Spider-Man character too. Are you looking him up?
Yeah, I'm looking him up.
Okay,
I guess they replaced
Pearl.
Flash and
Yeah, I guess because there's Flash, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy,
yeah,
hell, Liz
Betty
Allen, Betty Brant.
Abraham.
Like I'm not hearing any of like the names that we're, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but this is like a whole new group of like kids that I've never heard of.
Yeah.
In terms of like Spider-Man. So I think there is interesting, a very interesting take in this. Now, another thing is you can see a lot of elements of the MCU in this
Which is why
version
I'm
of
like,
Spider-Man.
they might as well have just gone with the Tom Holland origin story. Like they
You
had
know
the
what?
chance in their
It's
hand.
funny that you
Lonnie
say that is
Lincoln.
because his name. Oh, Lonnie what?
Lonnie Lincoln.
So who's Lonnie Lincoln supposed to be?
I'm looking at him right now.
Okay, but it's funny because for whatever reason I didn't realize the name of the show was called Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I've been saying Spider-Man freshman year this entire time. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know why. Yeah, I
But
have
he's
no
still a
idea.
freshman, so
I mean, he's still a freshman. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, dude. Yeah. There's a
I knew
lot
it.
of aspects from it.
Lonnie Lincoln is Tombstone. I knew that.
oh damn.
That's crazy. Damn,
That's pretty cool.
that is pretty cool.
Lonnie Lincoln is Tombstone.
Because at first I'm like, man, they're paying close attention to this one character. I was like, who he's supposed to be?
They give him that
I didn't
nickname
know
on
that
the
was
field.
yeah, yeah, they did, they
They
did.
possibly did. I was gonna say, Dopest Geek would like this, but do you want to know who the voice actor of Harry Osborn shares another voice with?
Who?
Oh.
Hawks from My Hero Academia.
No way.
Yeah, bro.
I knew he looked kind of familiar. I know he sounded familiar.
Yeah, bro. He voices brain fart Harry Osborn. But
How,
like you were saying, go ahead, Gabe.
how'd y'all feel about the Osbournes, like, and their aspect into the show?
I
I
gotta
like it.
give, I gotta adjust to Harry a bit more. I do feel like his design is over. I'm definitely not used to it. The whole braids and
Yeah,
all that. He gives me a certain vibe. I'm not gonna say what that vibe is. Hopefully we can see more of his character, but I'm liking the Norman Osborn aspect. I feel like I kind of have a clue of what they're gonna do with Norman Osborn, and if they
That's
really
how I
go
wanted.
through with what I'm thinking, it's gonna be great.
That's how I wanted Norman to
yeah,
be in the MCU.
yeah. I think Norman. First of all, I'm a just Norman's probably going to be the best villain in like animate, like in this animated, universe and things like
Yeah.
that. I think the person that's playing Norman, I forgot the actor's name. But I know he's Joe Jackson in the Michael Jackson story that's
Mhm.
coming out. Who else is he?
Um,
I know he's in the
Coleman
color purple.
Domingo.
Coleman Domingo, man, this guy is in a. Like, to be honest, if he was the live action like Norman Osborn, he'll kill it. Like he will be like he definitely have like the stature, the demeanor, the the corporate like just corporate menace. Why my camera all foggy? Come on, y'all. All right, well, my camera's blurry, so I'm gonna try to focus on that. But yeah, I mean, he definitely is gonna do a really good job playing Norman Osborn. But I'm trying. The reason I keep hesitating because I'm trying so hard not to creep into episode 2. I'm trying to keep it episode 1. Oh, but what you guys think of the Doctor Strange fight?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. Honestly, I liked how they go really old fashioned with the whole Steve Ditko, 60s looking art style, if that makes sense. So everything just looks like
Oh
OG
man, that
Marvel.
intro, that
Yeah.
intro,
Oh, the
it
intro, like
screams,
with the
it
theme
screams
song.
Steve Ditko. Yeah, it screams Steve Ditko
Oh,
all
Yeah,
over that
dude, that
intro.
theme song, I
yeah,
love the theme song. For the minute that gets on Apple Music, I'm downloading. Oh
yeah,
my god,
yeah.
Even
that theme
even
song go hard.
even the art was great in that
Yeah.
theme.
Hmm.
It's not touching Spectacular Spider-Man, but it was really great. It was great. I liked it.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. Spectacular Spider. I mean, I
I
still like
forgot
Spectacular Spider-Man theme song better, but
the theme song.
um,
Yes, now the opening, I give it to Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. That's a really cool opening.
Hmm.
yeah. No, I think
But
I definitely think it's dope.
uh,
Um,
without
so we all know that's Venom, right?
yeah, I
Yeah,
want to say it
yeah,
At
is.
least, or the symbiote.
yeah. It's a symbiote.
They got to explain that more. I think that was random. I'm not gonna lie,
S- The
but it was
thing is,
cool to
I
see
feel
Doctor
like
Strange.
the spider. Like, where do you think the spider came from?
That's a big mystery.
Because because the spider, yeah, no, because the spider looked like it just came from like somewhere. If I had to take like a really really wild guess, I feel like all that went down at Oscorp, and somehow the fight made it to the school. I
Oh,
don't
I
know.
can see that.
That's just me taking like a wild guess,
In Ultimate
and I may be completely
Spider-Man,
wrong.
in Ultimate Spider-Man, Norman technically created Spider-Man, so that could be something. You could be onto something.
Yeah. But or and it made in Oscorp may be testing out the symbiote or whatever. Now how Doctor Strange got into all this, I have no clue. It was funny because we remember we was talking about earlier. Rocky and I was talking about Benedict Cumberbatch. We didn't recognize that was his voice. We knew he was supposed to play Doctor Strange,
Oh
but for
yeah.
whatever reason, I didn't recognize his voice during this part. But when I listened to it again, I said, "Yeah, that's him." But so it's cool hearing him reprise the role of Doctor Strange for this show. Um, so, but yeah, no, but Venom, we have our first look at the Venom symbiote. So, which again, I don't. Do y'all think we're gonna dabble with the Venom symbiote this season, or you think that's gonna be
No,
like a
not
later
not
season
this
type of deal?
season. Not this season.
Yeah.
That's technically news. Season 3 has already been greenlit.
Yeah. So
I saw
we
that.
season 2 is being worked on, and season 3 is already approved to keep it going. So hopefully we do. Hopefully we get all the way to season 4. So like because I don't know if they're going to try to do the whole for season 1 is freshman year, season 2 is sophomore year, and so on.
I just they probably won't do it, but
Why
longevity.
not?
Me and you were talking about this a while ago. Longevity to me matters. Growing up, we had shows that had 24 episodes a season. It didn't stop. It had like how many seasons did X Men have? Like six,
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 seven,
seven.
and it was like 30 episodes a season.
Yeah, like longevity
Yeah.
matters, and I feel like it's only so much you can tell in 10 episodes. And the way that they're dropping these episodes is like really quick too. Because next week we're gonna get 3 episodes. Then a week after that, three more.
And
So
then after that, I think they're gonna premiere the last two, and I'm assuming they're trying to do all this before Daredevil.
Hmm.
So Spider Man is done before Born Again
yeah, because
comes out.
it finishes in February. Literally, yeah,
Yeah,
February.
yeah,
Um, I would say my favorite thing so far about this show, without technically like throwing too much spoilers with Gabe, I like that this show is willing to talk about serious topics. If you know what I'm talking about, Sean, with Lonnie, that specific scene with Lonnie,
yes,
we don't
yes,
really
and
we
yeah,
the last time we got scenes like that in a Spider-Man thing is I would say not even really got it before. We definitely got it in comic books. We definitely got it in comic books. Um Not that specific topic, but the last time we had like somewhat serious topics were the animated series and Spectacular Spider-Man. But I feel like if they keep going with what they're doing, they're gonna do a really good job in terms of writing. I can see why people are saying the writing is really good, cause just off of that scene alone, it speaks volumes. And I think if we keep getting more of that with that character, I can see why we would possibly get Tombstone.
yeah. And that's actually crazy. For whatever reason, Tombstone was not who and I must have completely missed that he was going to be Tombstone, because I'm like, man, this is somebody new. And,
Yeah.
you're not paying attention
No,
to
I
the
thought it
name
was a
of
new character too.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was Tombstone. So that's dope though. And I think I like this new spin, because another thing with this show, and I think it's safe to say we can kind of start bleeding into not season 2, episode 2 a little bit, because at the end of episode 1 they completely reenact of him getting his internship, but instead honestly, this show is like, what if he got hired by Norman Osborn instead of Tony Stark? That's
Yeah.
basically what this show looks like to me. So it's literally, I think I sent it in a group chat. Did y'all see like how they put the
Oh,
side
this.
by side comparison of the Civil War scene from the ending scene of episode 1?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't see it, but
Oh yeah,
I think it's funny that they did exactly that.
yeah.
Um, I'm surprised nobody's talking about it. So this is what I said I was gonna say, Dopest Geek, and I feel like you're gonna agree with me. And Gabe, this is not really crazy, but Dr. Connors is a black female.
I
Yeah,
saw that on Twitter.
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I bet not hear nobody complain because nobody complained when we got Olivia Octavius in the Spider Verse movies.
Right. No,
We
yeah,
got a
that's
Oh
female
true.
yeah.
version. We got a female version of Doc Ock in the Into the Spider Verse movie. I don't want to hear nobody complain about Dr. Connors being a black female one.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear that. I thought it was cool. I wasn't expecting it. I ain't gonna lie.
I wasn't
I would.
expecting it either, because
It threw
I
me in
remember
for a
you
loop.
said, because you told me that, like, hey, there's a character that it's a very different spin on this character, but you didn't tell me what it was, and I was like, I wonder who he's talking about. Then
Hmm.
I noticed this black lady with one arm, and I was like, ah, yeah, because it's funny, in the new Batman show, the Cape Crusader, like the Penguin's a woman in that show too,
Mhm.
and like I said, man, I'm never against like gender swapping or race swapping in a show. Like I've always loved to I always love a new unique change, in a show. Like, for example, the Spider-Man and Friends, the show that my son watches, Dr. Octavius is a girl in that show too,
Hmm.
and like they use her, but anyway, but yeah, dude, it's they introduce a lot of different aspects of the of like these characters in the show
They
now.
introduced Amadeus Cho.
Amadeus Cho is
The
in
totally
here.
awesome Hulk. That's what he is.
Now here's the thing. So they introduce a character. Let me see if I remember her name. Aisha, and she's from Wakanda.
I
And
peeped that.
now here's the thing. I thought that was Shuri because Shuri had the exact same hairstyle. And at
Yeah.
first I was like, and she had, at first of all, here's the thing. I'll say this. Episode 2, I'll probably say 8.5 out of 10.
Damn, it's
I
that
hate
good.
African
It was good.
accents in cartoons. That African accent is like your stereotypical non-African ass voice actor in the in that studio booth. I don't know. Her accent annoyed the hell out of me. But
You know
anyway,
what?
but yeah, we have a Wakandan student, so that is confirmed that we might get Black Panther in a future episode.
You know what I think it
And
is?
what?
This is just a theory. I'm not saying I know for sure. I think it is Shuri. And I say that because remember, Black Panther has spies all over the world.
Yeah.
Who's to say
Oh,
she's
to
not a spy?
have a spy in Oscorp.
Yeah.
Be like, hey,
Who's
Yeah.
we keeping eyes on you,
who's to
brother.
say Shuri's not the spy?
Yeah, no, I definitely, I'm actually, I'm
I
for
can
that.
see
Matter of
it.
fact, I think I'm gonna call it. I think
Because even though,
Shuri's is a spy at Oscorp.
yeah, because the more I think about it, and it just could be different for this cartoon. Not your average Wakandian not getting access to get out of Wakanda. I don't think.
Right.
I think only like the higher ups and like the soldiers and all that get that. I mean, it could just be a Wakandian agent, but I would like to say I think it is Shuri because they're around the same age in the MCU
Yeah.
already. So
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna say this. To be honest, the only reason why I'm gonna go with the agent is because kind of literally what Zach said. Wakanda is one of the greatest, is the one of the most technological advanced countries in the world. Why are you going to Oscorp? Why are you going to America to learn science when the best science is literally in your
That's
country?
true.
So yeah,
That's
no,
true.
it gotta be an agent. I don't know if it's Shuri, but it's definitely an agent. I would like it for it to be Shuri though. But yeah, so yeah, but then we're gonna get Amadeus show. Now, have y'all watched Ultimate Spider-Man?
Yeah.
yes,
Because Amadeus Cho was Iron Spider, which I highly doubt that they'll do Iron Spider in this. Well, I'm sorry, that Amadeus Cho is going to be Iron Spider in this iteration of Spider-Man. But do y'all think we're going to get Totally Awesome Hulk in this iteration of Spider-Man? Probably not necessarily this season, but
I think
soon maybe.
so. I think they leave Bruce Banner out of this and bring in his version of Hulk instead.
I don't know. I don't think they will. I think he's just there to have a familiar name.
Hmm.
Because again, Amadeus Cho wasn't Ultimate Spider-Man and it's Iron Spider. And that was never a thing.
That was never a thing. It was weird. It was so many different versions of Spider-Man that but they give them to like
Yeah.
other people.
And on top of that,
Um,
Amadeus Cho isn't that popular in terms of like the newer generation of characters. I don't even think he's more
right.
popular than Miss Marvel.
You know what? And one thing I hope from this show is to not throw too much in one season. Like I want everything to build up.
Yeah.
Kind of like what we're saying with like the Spider-Man video games. Like I love how we haven't got Green Goblin yet. You know,
Oh yeah.
we're building up to like the big bad Green Goblin. Like I hope we don't get Green Goblin at the end of this season. Like I want it to be Green Goblin's kind of like the maybe next season or season 3 or something like that. But yeah, but this show, sorry y'all, this show is really good so far, and I think it is setting up. Because I'll say this, Gabe, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
'Cause this is the part. This is the part I want. And you know what's so crazy? I knew this was gonna happen. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And then one more time for you guys.
Spoiler warning.
Okay. Norman finds out that Peter is Spider-Man at the end of the episode. And that part, I was like, I knew that was going to happen because he was changing in some stairs and he was like, I need to see Spider-Man. And he was like, hey, Norman, I'm so sorry. Because, Peter was on some late bullshit and all that type
Parker
of stuff,
look.
normal Parker look, Parker shenanigans. And turned that screen around, saw him on the security cameras changing as Spider-Man. And which I kind of knew that was the only reason why I knew that was going to happen because, I'm assuming Norman gave him like that Future Foundation suit, right?
Yeah.
And basically Norman is going to be funding all of Spider-Man's, basically what Tony did for Spider-Man in the MCU.
That makes sense.
Just this is going to be normified. But what do you think of that, Rock, with that ending?
Um, I think that ending just further helps what I think the story is going to be. Like I said, I think the dynamic between Norman Osborn and Peter Parker in the comic books is like one of the best things ever in all the comics. And so having, um, I think, is going to lead to us finding out that Peter finds out that Harry is Norman Osborn's son. Norman Osborn may appreciate Peter because Harry probably told him that he got saved by this dude. And Norman probably like, oh, this the dude that I recruited. But I think it's going to take a dark turn. I think Norman is going to use Peter Parker, and Peter Parker is going to either catch on or he's not going to like something that Norman Osborn wants him to do, and that's going to cause him going his separate way, and that's going to cause Norman to despise him. Because if it's anything like the Ultimate Comics, Norman Osborn wanted Peter Parker because the spider that Norman Osborn created bit Peter. So if it goes back to what you said earlier, Dopest Geek, about you thinking that, and I think you said it too, Gabe, that that spider could have came from Oscorp. I feel like that just make connects the dots for Norman and this relationship between him and Peter Parker. And like I said, I personally can see it going down a bad route. I could definitely see that being a thing, and that caused that hatred between each other, but also Peter Parker getting close to Harry and that dynamic, and Peter going against his dad and all that, and Harry not necessarily knowing that Peter Parker is Spider Man. I feel like we haven't got anything like that good with the whole identity of Spider Man in a minute. Like I feel like the suspense of his identity is going to play like a huge role going forward because again, Norman recruited him, so that means he knows Aunt May, he knows where they live. So I just feel like this has like a really positive outcome, positive for fans, but dark for Peter. But I definitely can see this going somewhere.
And if good, there's two occasions, probably going to be three because of this show that not Doc Ock, I'm tripping. Green Goblin, uh, rolls up on Aunt May. You know,
Mm.
we got the classic Tobey Maguire, finish it,
Mhm.
deliver us from. Oh golly, that seems crazy. The second one with rest in peace Aunt May in Far From Home, because that Green Goblin know who Peter is. Or Spider Man is, and now I guarantee you, I don't know if it's gonna happen this season, but maybe later on, like it is very dangerous for this man to know. That's how I was like, damn, bro, so early on too. This is episode 2, and he already figure out who you were.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, and so yeah, no, I'm very curious to see where this goes and who else they're going to introduce. Are we going to get MJ? Are we going to get like the classic characters from like or Flash? Flash Thompson and everybody.
Did you catch?
Um,
Did you guys catch the Ned Easter egg in the first episode?
no, I must have missed it. What was
Which
that?
one?
When Doctor Strange told the Cape to catch the dude, and he kind of looked like Ned.
Oh, and he yeah, in the beginning.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
remember
that.
that.
Yeah,
It was
the
like a very quick scene.
now I peeped this one thing, and this is episode 1. I peeped this one thing, and I don't know if I'm just if I'm reaching. I think that spider bit someone is going to bite somebody else, and the reason I say that is because whenever he get bits by the spider, you see the spider crawl on someone's
Yeah.
backpack, and they pick up the backpack and walk away. I
Mm.
think we might be getting a Miles pretty soon. I think Miles is going to get introduced in this now, or maybe somebody else. But
You think
I'm
so
I'm
early?
willing to. I don't think in this season. I don't
I
think in this
see.
season. I think it's going to be like in another season or something. So, but
I don't know that.
because because originally he kills a spider whenever he gets bit. He's either smashed the spider or whatever.
Yeah.
So, but the spider lives. He got on someone's backpack and somebody, and I don't know. I personally feel like that was intentional. That's just me. But like I said,
I hope
we'll
that's not
take
the
one Spider
case.
Man at a time.
I hope that's
Yeah.
not the case only because I just want to focus on Peter. I know we got the MCU Spider Man, but literally every media in terms of cartoon with Peter Parker lately has been him next to
Miles.
Gwen and Miles. I just want to get a good Peter Parker story.
Yeah, and I
Now,
feel like the whole if they do introduce Miles, it's like I don't think it'll be this season. I don't even think it'll
yeah,
even be next season.
It's a little
yeah,
early.
they shouldn't be that close in age. But if
Freshman
I
year.
had to guess, if I had to guess, Cindy Moon did exist in the MCU. That was that Asian
Mm,
girl in Homecoming. And Cindy Moon did get bit by that same spider that Peter Parker did in the comics. And
That could
Cindy
be it too.
Moon also was teased at the end of Spider Man 2 because Cindy Moon's dad is dating Miles Morales' mom. I don't know. I just feel like we've been getting a lot of Cindy Moon stuff lately.
Yeah,
Could be it. I mean, like you said, it could be Miles, could be
I can see that.
Gwen. Um, who
Oh, it could be
knows?
Gwen.
yeah,
Who knows? I'm gonna go with it's most likely not gonna be it, but I would say Cindy Moon.
yeah. It just looked like a dude. I thought it was Miles, but
Mm.
or
Or
it could
someone
be
brought it home.
honestly, it could be nothing.
Or because
It could be nothing.
spiders do crawl around. It probably could have crawled up the bag and
Fell off the
fell off the
backpack.
bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Could be anywhere in New York right now.
right.
Cause
But
I
yeah,
know in the MCU, Tom Holland, Peter Parker said it was dead. He did say that when Ned was
yeah,
asking about it. He said
Yeah,
the
because
spider's dead.
he's like it's dead. Ned. As he
So,
told in the books, I remember that.
that's a good eye. I saw that too. I just didn't know what to think of it. I didn't want to get my hopes up.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
No,
who knows where that can go?
yeah. Um. Okay. Well, I'll say this. Anything else? I try to look at my notes, but yeah. I'll say this. What was your what is your biggest takeaway from this show?
Give
At
it a
least, like,
chance.
I'll say what you're most excited about or whatever.
I'll
I think
say
I'll let you go
go.
first since you've seen both episodes.
I'll encourage Spider-Man fans to give it a chance. Cause as you guys know, I was not hyped for this show at all. It was just I went in with low expectations, but I'm pretty good at taking things for what they are, and I did with this show, and I really liked it. Like I said, when you watch episode 2, Gabe, we can talk about it in the group chat, but they look like they're willing to take serious stories on with the character of Spider-Man at such a young age. And that what sticks out to me the most. And what helped that is the scene with the lady Robin, the dude, and the Lionel
Mhm.
scene. Those two scenes really stuck out to me, and that is what made me look forward to seeing what's next in the show. Not everything else, but small scenes like that. I'm like, yo, like he's really displaying like that your friendly neighborhood Spider Man. I know we got a little bit of that in Homecoming, but I can. That's what I want to say. Give this show a chance. You may genuinely like it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
another thing too is like from at least the first episode. I mean, this show just builds a great foundation from the start, and I think that the stories that it's going to tell and what it can spin off to, I think it'll be great for a lot of Spider-Man fans and Marvel fans because I think this gives an insight of what the MCU could be in the future after Secret Wars, closer to the comics as possible. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah. One thing I love about Marvel animation is that, there's no constraints in like what they're in the story that they're trying to tell. Cause I know we all get excited like when we think about X-Men 97, like, oh, let's get Spider-Man 98, or let's get a spin-off. Like not everything, needs a spin-off from each other. And I think that's what I love about Marvel animation, that it's its own unique thing that we're not trying to it's trying not to be put in a puzzle for a whole, universe, which is fine. Like I said, it was great while it lasted, but at the same time, again, it's good to like tell a story without, like I think it proved enough. And even DC is really good at it, establishing a universe without gotta having to watch 20 movies before, understanding what we're watching,
Hmm.
And I think this show established a universe pretty well so far in the two episodes that we watched. At least, well, Rocky and I watched, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I love and hate how they're releasing these episodes. Like, you know, um, I'm glad that we get able to watch them. So it's like we got the week, week after week after week. Now, we're gonna
Yeah,
get three whole episodes next week. And Gabe, please watch all three episodes before the podcast. No, I'm
I will, without a
playing.
doubt. I'll get it done
but
this time.
no, it's all good. But yeah, dude. At the same time, you should have just dropped them all. If y'all doing it like that, like what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
should have just put all 10
Oh yeah,
10
they
episodes
definitely
up.
they definitely would have been done by this podcast. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah, nah. Even if we had to do the podcast tomorrow, I'll probably still up watching Spider Man, like all the episodes right now.
I'll ask you
Um,
random question, kind of related to the topic. Do y'all see this beating any other Spider-Man cartoon?
I could see it being up there as one of the best ones.
I can already tell you it's better than I personally would like this more than 90s Spider Man. Way better than Ultimate Spider Man. I ain't gonna lie.
I was
Ultimate
gonna say
Spider Man
that
was,
too.
yeah, I'll say it's definitely better than Ultimate Spider Man. Spectacular Spider Man is still kind of up there.
Yeah, I don't think it
I
beats Spectacular yet.
Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, but I think it's possible. I think it's definitely possible that I would like this version of Spider-Man more. And again, this is nothing against Spectacular Spider-Man. I think it's definitely that audience. There is an audience for that one, but I don't know. I like this one more. I just from what the stories that they're portraying, the characters. I already like the characters. And I didn't say this earlier. Nico. I think it's very interesting that they're using her in this cartoon, like introducing her as a character
Hmm.
in Peter's life. Did you watch The Runaways on Hulu?
I did.
Yeah, and
Yeah, she's
like
in
and it
there.
was I think I watched season one. I don't think I watched like the second season or anything, but I mean it's a very interesting, it's a very interesting character to put in this realm in Spider-Man's life. So I don't know. I'm really curious of what they're going to do with her and how she's relevant to Peter.
It's
You know?
supposed to be Jessica Jones.
Yeah, I heard that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, oh, never mind. I forgot. It's not. It's technically not in the MCU, but
I'm glad it's
um,
not. I'm glad
yeah,
it's not
no,
because we're literally getting Charlie Cox Daredevil in a couple
yeah,
of episodes. So that will I would like for the Defenders to be a thing.
So is
So
everybody gonna
yeah,
voice their character besides Tom Holland?
yes, I
right.
guess so. I would have loved it if Tom Holland voiced him. To be honest,
Wasn't that was supposed to be the thing? Whenever it was
Yeah,
supposed to be like a prequel to Spider-Man? Because now I
I bet
think about
something
it,
happened with Sony.
yeah, you know what? Another thing is if that were the case, I think we would only got one season because he was a sophomore in Civil War, right? Or a
That's
junior.
true. Yeah,
So we will
yeah.
only get one
I
season of
think that's
Spider Man.
why
Maybe
they
because they
changed.
were just like,
Ultimately, I think
yeah,
that's why they changed it. That's not
yeah,
enough. That's not enough to do on a
yeah.
whole show.
One thing I would say this, and one thing I hope for this show, and I think it's safe that we can end this podcast, end this episode. Um, I want this show to have its ending. Like I want it to end. We never got a Spider-Man show. No, actually, Ultimate Spider-Man. It's crazy how the worst Spider-Man show. No, I'm saying it's not terrible, but the worst Spider-Man show has a beginning, middle, and an end. Even though
I
I
give it
tell
to
Rocky all
Spider
the
Man
time.
2017.
You said what?
I give it to the 2017 Spider Man as the worst one.
Oh, you talk about the what you call it? The
which
The
one?
one with the watered down art style,
Oh,
yeah, that
where
one.
all the villains are the same age as him and all that. Yeah, nah.
Yeah. That I forgot about that Spider Man. Yeah, that is the worst.
yeah.
Yeah, that is the worst Spider Man. But it has I tell Rocky all the time that show is a glorified toy commercial. That thing just plain main service sell a bunch of Spider Man gear and Spider Mobiles and Spider Man suits. But to have its ending, because we never know how the animated series is going to end. We never know how Spectacular Spider Man was going to end. Um, that's it. I don't know. I don't know if those other two. I know Ultimate Spider-Man had an ending, and the I don't know if that other Spider-Man
I don't know
show.
if that one did either.
I don't know if that actually ended or did it just stop.
You said Ultimate Spider-Man?
Not
No,
Ultimate
the
Spider-Man, the one
the
after that.
watered down one.
No, I think it did. No, I don't think anybody cared, to be honest.
Yeah,
I can't even
yeah, no,
remember it.
no, yeah, dude. I don't, yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, dude. Hopefully, we get the Spider-Man story that we deserved. That we've been waiting for a long time.
Yeah.
But yeah. But other than that, guys, any closing remarks?
New segment at the end of each show is a question, and we shall answer that question.
Oh yeah, we do have a question. All right, so uh, I'm trying to figure out which question I want to do. Let me see. See if I can find it. I got them in my phone. Ooh, I'm debating if I want to. I'm debating if I want to tell y'all this one. See,
There's a few you can save.
yeah. Actually, I think we had enough. We're going to save this for oh my bad. Next episode. My bad. Something was stuck in my throat.
Why are
'Cause
they
I
gonna
think we
go into
talked enough
topics?
politics. I think we talked enough politics in one episode. Okay. If you can riz, if you can riz one character, who would it be and how would you do it? If you can riz up one character, who would it be and how would you do it? I'll say this. I'll go first.
Okay.
Mine will be She-Hulk. And even though it was a bad show, She-Hulk was a certified CGI baddie. Oh my god! I'm sorry. I'm over here looking because it like the it was like a thunderclap over here by me, so it scared me a little bit. And I don't know, bro. I'm gonna keep it a buck. She-Hulk kind of easy. I don't even want to make it seem like I have like a lot,
Specifically
going
from that
on.
show?
Specifically from that show. I don't know. She-Hulk kind of. I don't know, bro. Like she'll smash anything. That's
Shit,
yo,
Bob.
bro. Cause I was yeah, but no, bro.
Shit,
Cause
Bob.
Literally. No, yeah.
bro. Cause I was watching
So
fuck,
with
what was it?
Daredevil first encounter.
But I was watching the cartoon, bro. She flirted with literally every dude. She was flirting with the Thing.
Just crazy.
She was really trying to get down with the Thing, and I was like, yeah,
Wanted some
bro. She
rocks.
yeah, bro. she wanted to get. She was
Get
trying to
your
go.
rocks
She was trying to
off.
get clobbered. But
Clobber's crazy.
but yeah, no. I'll probably be like
How would you raise her up though?
I'll be like, I'll probably see her at a bar, all green and shit, and I'll be like, how can I put it? Okay, I'm like, yo, so you're a lawyer, right? And I'll be like, well, do you come with some like legal representation because you just stole my heart, and I might need a lawyer. So, what's it gonna be? I don't know. That's the best I can come up with.
I'm not.
That's the best what I can come up with.
I'm not good at risen, but if I had to pick, I'd pick Scarlet Witch.
Oh sh.
And I'm talking
Damn.
about I'm putting on prosthetic makeup. I'm gonna look like Vision. I'm gonna pull up to the crib and I'll be like, baby, what's good? I know them kids ain't real, but if you see the vision like I do, we can make real babies.
Ooh.
Okay.
There we go.
And if I'm locked in, I'm the most protected person in the world. Cause ain't nobody fucking with me as Scarlet Witch my life, bro. I promise you, bro.
No.
After seeing what happened to Multiverse of Madness,
Oh yeah, bro.
I think I'm gonna go with Invisible Woman from the Fantastic Four films.
I
Jessica
knew it.
Alba. I
ooh,
I
knew
knew
it's
it.
crazy.
I just realized
I knew it.
y'all better be careful what y'all say.
Oh yeah.
But man,
Well, I put it. She-Hulk is a green CGI person.
It's just fictional characters.
and I
Nah,
think
Jessica
like
Alba, she pretty real. Nah, I'm playing.
No, I think I'd just be like, listen, I mean, if Reed's not paying attention to you, I will. No.
No.
That's all it take too. That is all it
Hey,
take. That
yo,
you
like,
Yeah.
you won that one. That's all it would take.
it just be like, hey, Sue, just so you know,
Y'all both
I
chose
can see
bops.
you.
Hold on. Y'all both chose bops. Yeah.
I
You
mean,
chose She-Hulk. You chose Sue Storm. Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
Sue is a bop, but
Yeah,
I ain't
nah,
gonna
bro.
lie. Y'all chose.
Sue will go to anybody that calls her pretty, but at the
I ain't
same
gonna lie.
time, she coming from
Easy.
a
Y'all chose easy target. I'm
easy
risking my.
target to.
I'm risking my life. Cause what if she don't like that? What if she don't like that I'm impersonating her dead husband?
No, she wants a robot.
I'm
yeah,
screwed.
bro. First of all, like you're a real person? Ew.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Uh,
Man. Nah, bro. But the
So,
actual it was funny. The real question I wanted to ask, and shout out to John. I promise we're gonna answer this another time. But Jonathan Ayala says, bro, so I want to be like oh no, he said, what do you think GI Robot would say about the current presidency so far? But I don't think y'all watched Creature Commandos.
nope.
Oh yeah, we couldn't have answered this. Well, I could have answered this question,
Go
we'll
ahead.
catch
but
up
yeah.
so we can answer that question. We'll go in depth.
Oh, I say this. At least watch the GI Robot episode. That's all I ask.
All right,
Y'all don't have to
gotcha.
finish. Y'all don't have to finish the show.
Gotcha.
It's a good show though. But other than that, guys, that is the Geek Nation podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. If you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel. Listen to us on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts. And thank you so much. Comment below or let us know in one of our posts what you guys think of the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Cannot wait for next week. We're getting 3 more episodes, and I'm not gonna lie, these podcasts are gonna run pretty long because again, they're dropping 3 episodes. So and we have to talk about all of it. So any final remarks coming from you guys?
I got to catch up on this show. That's all I got to
Yeah,
say.
please go watch this episode, Gabe. I think I'm gonna watch it again too.
I agree. Watch the show. Get your Captain America ticket because that's in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, got our Captain America tickets. Can't wait.
Bro,
Super. Oh yeah. Oh dude, we have. Oh man. Actually, hold on. February. Oh, never mind. The Spider Man supposed to end around that time?
no, it ends like a month. So like,
Dude, we're gonna have a crazy podcast. We're gonna have a Captain America review podcast episode
I think that should
and
be
Spider
separate.
Man. Oh yeah, it's
Do it
definitely gonna be
separate.
subverted. That
Yeah.
podcast would be 5 hours long if that
Hmm.
was the case.
the longest
Ain't no
podcast is
way.
gonna be when we see Superman and Fantastic Four.
Ooh, man, yeah,
I'm
bro.
watching
We're
that
gonna
back
be
to back.
busy.
I'm taking that
Yeah.
day off.
Yeah, I
Oh
have
yeah,
to.
no, yeah, yeah. No, we're watching that back to back. Absolutely. Yeah, it's gonna be a double feature.
Grab a diaper,
But
guys. And I'm playing.
but other than that, guys, thank you guys so much for listening or watching the podcast, and we catch you guys on the next
See ya.
episode. Peace.